Welcome to the Just Being Petty Show. I am A.W. Petty, your host. Please like and subscribe and help us, you and I, grow this channel together. So today I want to get into a topic that makes me angry, and it probably should have been part of the Petty's Piss segment. But sometimes you just get so tired of hollering and screaming about things when you don't see any results from that. Not that I'm quitting or I'm giving up. That's not going to be the case. But sometimes you just have to calm yourself and maybe talk in a quiet tone for your sanity, for your own sanity, not anybody else, for your own sanity. So we have another con going on from Trump and the Republican Party. And this con was probably started in infancy when he first announced this. It was probably in his head, but he lied. He lies so much. And as I said before, the Republican Party has taken on his personality. They lie just like we breathe every day. They lie just like we breathe every day. And they learned well from Trump. This guy has lied his whole life to contractors, to everybody he dealt with in the business world. And he's gotten away with it. He's gotten away with it. But you know what the most spectacular thing is? That he has lied to the country, nonstop lying to the country. And he got away with it. He got away with it. He became president twice. What does that say about America? We would rather have a low IQ person, a liar, a guy that reads on the fourth grade level. You would rather vote him in office because of the racism that is in your heart. You would rather vote him in office than vote in two intelligent women. One being Hillary Clinton and one being Kamala Harris. That is the hatred in your heart for women of color and women in general. You would put a guy that is just so incompetent along with his administration that is so incompetent. You would rather have a person come in here to ruin this country that may take decades to fix in terms of relationships, in terms of what they did in these departments. You would rather put somebody in instead of a woman or a woman of color. That's a sad affair in America. That's a sad affair in America. So I digress. So I want to show you a video, and then I will see you on the other side, and then we'll talk about what's going on in this video.
Call what would be. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to introduce legislation that would authorize $400 million to be spent to secure to build the presidential ballroom.
So Graham is now pushing for a military complex beneath the ballroom in case of emergencies. And he says that the cost of the project would be offset by national park user fees and custom fees.
So, first of all, Lindsey Graham is a squirmy little Millie Mouse, little nothing. I hope they vote him out in South Carolina, but I'm not so sure those guys have enough sense to get this Millie Mouse, little coward out of office. He's just, oh man, this dude pisses me off. But anyway, so here's the deal. They've been lying to the American people, saying that donors are going to pay for this golden ballroom, this monstrosity of a, what is the word I'm trying to use? It's such a gaudy, just a gaudy, unattractive piece of property. You and your wife, Natasha, took out the Rose Garden. This is history, people. This is history. You took out the Rose Garden. You tore down the East Wing. For what? To put up some gaudy stuff that people will remember you by? If I was the next administration, I would tear it all down. Replace the Rose Garden. It would all be gone. Anything that had his print on it, I'm tearing it down. Period. Because nobody wants to be reminded of Trump. Nobody wants to be reminded of Trump. So anyway, here's the deal. I'm going to kind of go over how this thing started, all the lies that were told. And then here's the deal too. And this, I talked about this in the video. This assassination, all of a sudden, once he does his press briefing, that's the first thing he starts talking about is the damn ballroom with all his administration around him at the press briefing smiling. Then all these right-wing podcasts, even before they put it out, that's what they start talking about. They start talking about the ballroom needs to be built. I mean, it was 20 or 30 people, right-wing podcasters were talking about how this ballroom needed to be built. Almost like they put a memo out to all of these right-wing podcasters and said, start spreading this information. Just look at it. If you have a chance, go online. I can't tell you all the name of the right-wing podcasters, but look them up. Run one after another said the exact same thing. That's why I said a conversation needs to be had about this attempted assassination. And I said it before, it's always a motive behind everything this guy does. And the Republicans fall right in line. But anyway, again, I digress. I'm going to go over how this thing started out. So as of late April 26, President Donald Trump and his allies in Congress are moving to use $400 million in taxpayers' funds. That's what I'm saying. It's a scam. He lied he lied all the way up until after the doggone White House Correspondents' Dinner. He lied for a new White House ballroom project, despite previous assurances that the project would be financed entirely by private donors. Here's the breakdown of the situation. The shift from private to public funding. So Trump previously stated that the 90,000 square foot ballroom designed to replace the former East Wing would be 100% privately funded by donors and himself. But here's the deal. Once you tear something down, it's got to be rebuilt. So he did a percentage. He's saying, I'm going to do the percentages. If I tear this down, something has to be built. Something has to be built. I'll lie and tell them that the donors are going to do it. So once it's tore down, something has to come up. So he probably figured I can probably get this this ballroom built once I tear it down. I can just slow roll this and get this thing built. So here we go. Senate Republicans led by squirmy Lindsey Graham, Republican from South Carolina, have introduced legislation to authorize $400 million in federal funding for the project. So here again, it's on the taxpayers now. It's on the taxpayers now. So, once again, so Representative Lauren Boebert stated that hardly any taxpayer money would be involved, yet the proposed bill authorized $400 million in federal funds, partially offset by customs fees and national park user fees. The estimated cost of the ballroom has risen from an initial $200 million to $400 million. So let me go back. Don't believe it's going to be offset by custom fees and national park user fees. And Lauren Boebert now again is back in the mix. So they all lie. I expect Marjorie Taylor Greene to be back in the mix too. They're all fake and phonies. All fake and phonies. So the rationale for this was supporters, including Graham, argued that the ballroom is a national security necessity following a shooting incident near the White House Correspondents' Dinner at the D.C. Hotel in April 2026. The new structure is intended to provide a secure on-site location for large events, including the underground military bunker and Secret Service annex. Get out of here with all this nonsense. Oh, my God. Including House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. This is opposition. Democrats, including House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, have criticized the plan, stating, now they want taxpayers to pay for a luxury ballroom so Trump can dance while the country burns. It's about time you said something. Y'all, you Democrats, man, kill me. I probably shouldn't say kill me, but you Democrats are just weak, man. Legal challenges. So the project has been stalled by lawsuits from preservation groups, and a federal judge previously ruled that construction required congressional approval, which this new bill aims to bypass. So now Lindsey Graham, and they're going to try to bypass Congress. It's crazy. It's crazy. This is the most corrupt Republican Party administration in the history. Donors versus taxpayers. While a list of 37 donors, including tech giants like Amazon, Meta, and Apple, was previously released as supporters of the project, the current legislative push aims to secure public funding for the construction from the taxpayers. Senator Graham is pushing for a standalone vote on the funding bill, which faces an uphill battle in Congress. I hope it does. Does anybody in the Republican Party have a backbone? Or are you guys little Millie Mouse cowards that is going to let a low IQ fourth grade level reader con you guys? Is that what's going to happen? You guys have no. You guys just I don't know. I don't know what to say about you guys. You guys are just cowards. So anyway, that's where we're at. Another lie. And the concern is a ballroom. When you're at war with Iran, when gas prices, I just filled my truck up, it was like $5.17. You got gas lines everywhere. If they see some gas that's cheap. You've got an economy that's just is diving. It's just diving. You have an economy that's diving, and we're worried about a $400 million ballroom, as well as him getting a $400 million plane from Qatar. Man, you guys that voted for this guy, that support this guy, you guys are some sick puppies. I bet you look at it and say, yeah, I don't care what he does. I don't care what he does. As long as he gets rid of DEI and fires all the people of color and puts our people in place, even though they're incompetent, I don't care. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. The stupidest thing that I have ever heard. And that's just my opinion, what I'm thinking they're saying. They didn't say that. I didn't hear anyone say that. I'm just saying that's what it sounds like they would say. Because you're letting this con man come in and just steal and rob and enrich his family and his friends, and you guys don't even care. So here's the deal, and this is what I'll say. When the next Democratic president and Congress and the House gets elected, it's nothing you guys can say when it comes to not following the Constitution, doing things that are immoral, talking dirty and nasty to people, cursing out people, saying you want to demolish a whole civilization, 91 million people in Iran. Don't say a word if a Democrat decides to do that, as well as rob the American people. I don't want to hear a word. And the other thing that I better not see, I better not see the Democrats try to just follow the rules. If something comes up that needs to be done and it looks sketchy in terms of the Constitution or whatever, you better follow through with it. You better follow through with it. So again, like and subscribe and help us build this channel together. And I will see you guys up the road.